Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for a moment of silence.
Hello, Homestead. I'm Joey Quell.
And I'm Sarah Moshraf.
And on today's edition of HHS In Depth, Madison McConaughey sits down with our superintendent to go over the procedures of delaying or canceling a school day in our school district.
Casey Stanley looks into something 90% of our student body has never been to, ISS, and how the program works here at Homestead.
And Austin Runder is back with another sports corner, this week getting us caught up on all things Homestead basketball.
All of that more on the final HHS In Depth of the semester for Thursday, December 17th.
All right, everybody's favorite time of the year. Get on your holiday gear, time to take a picture. Follow me.
On a bright Hawaiian Christmas day, that's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright, the sun to shine by day and all the stars at night. Melikilikimaka is a wise way to say Merry Christmas to you.
Melikilikimaka is the thing to say.
All right, everybody, up here. Look here on the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that.
We begin today's show with a story on how delays and cancellations are called at Southwest Allen County Schools. HHS In Depth reporter Madison McConaughey recently sat down with Superintendent Dr. Downs to get all of the answers to the procedure of closing, delaying, or keeping the school day scheduled as planned.
A little over a week ago, students complained about the fog during second and third period without a delay. I recently had the chance to sit down with SAC Superintendent Dr. Downs to find out what goes into deciding a delay, which starts much earlier than an average student starts their day.
Around 4 o'clock in the morning, we have people starting to drive the roads. We basically talk to everybody in our district that's driving the roads. We also talk with surrounding districts, the superintendents, the transportation chiefs. Basically, you get all this information coming at us. If it's really bad, we'll talk to law enforcement, the police, the state police. We check the radar, we check NOAA, the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration's website quite a bit. And we need to make our decision by 5:30. Because by 5:30 we have bus drivers showing up and buses starting to run routes. And once we start picking children up, we can't undo that.
Because the process starts so early and inclement weather may not be present at the time, Dr. Downs and the others involved in making the call turned to future weather forecasts to help aid in their decision.
The NOAA site is really good at that. They've got a lot of tools on the website that predict it. In fact, NOAA is the source for all of the weather people. And it will kind of predict when it looks like things could get better or worse, and we will make decisions based on that. So if it looks like it's going to get bad and maybe a 2-hour delay gets us around the worst of the weather, then we'll do that. If it looks like it's not going to, 2 hours isn't going to help us, then we'll close sooner. The worst mornings are the ones where it could break either way and we're not sure, and then we have to take a guess. And I absolutely hate those mornings.
Many students argue that having a flex day rather than the shortened classes of a 2-hour delay is more beneficial.
I think it depends on the class. I think it also depends on how much you think technology can replace a teacher. And I don't really believe that's the case. I think the number one thing that has to happen is there has to be interaction between students and teachers. And if I can make that happen in a day, I think we're better off that way. In any given class, taking time away may kind of hurt that lesson, but there are 5 other classes during the day that students have where it might be really good that they're in front of a teacher. While we seem to be pushing technology a lot, it's important to remember that it's just a tool. And in the bigger picture of things, your relationship with your teachers is much more important to us.
Students, if you wake up and there is no delay, it is safe to assume school will proceed as normally scheduled. For HHS In Depth, I'm Madison McConaughey.
Attention students, the math resource room is not going to be open after school for the rest of this week.
Attention students going to semi-formal dance on Saturday. Please remember that you will need to show your student ID to get into the dance, so do not forget to bring it with you Saturday night.
There will be no Key Club meeting today after school. The meetings will resume after winter break.
Seniors, if you have not yet returned your diploma name card you received during advisory last month, please do so at your earliest convenience. You can drop it off at Student Services during any passing period.
Students, if you are taking higher ed college courses off campus, it is your responsibility to make sure your college transcript is provided to Mrs. Boniff in Student Services so those credits are transferred to your Homestead transcript.
Have you ever wondered about the typical day for an ISS student? HHS in-depth reporter Casey Stanley recently looked into this program, whose approach to discipline is generally misunderstood by the majority of the student body.
For the 90% of the student body that have never been punished with ISS or in-school suspension, it is comparable to attending school on a flex day due to missing assignments. The ISS monitor, Mr. Goodwill, clears up the confusion regarding a typical ISS day.
They do their schoolwork that teachers will send down. Each day, teachers get emails that let them know that their students are down in ISS, so they send work down. Students complete the work, and I turn it into the teacher's mailbox at the end of the day.
Even though ISS is a punishment, Mr. Kintz believes it is not detrimental to a student's learning.
ISS does allow the student full access to educational services, though. They're just not in the classroom. So you can access Canvas. You can still email the teacher in the event student can't contact the teacher readily, then the ISS room monitor, Mr. Goodwill, who does a really good job with this, will contact the teacher firsthand.
Mr. Goodwill is noted for his ability to connect with students while encouraging them to make better choices.
What I try to do, I talk to each student, and I try to get them, we don't want to come back here. All right, I want to see you in the hallways. I don't want to see you back in here. You can stop by and say hello, that's fine. Unfortunately, I do have repeat kids that come in, and I continue speaking with them. I kind of show them articles in the paper about, you don't want to be in this section, and we want to make good decisions. And tardiness leads to, once we get a job, tardy on a job leads to unemployment. And I try to share that with them and relate it to school as much as I can to try to lead them in the right direction.
The type of infraction that warrants a detention or ISS is easily explained.
Detentions are typically for attendance. ISS is utilized more for the student that's disobedient to the teacher or they're disruptive in nature.
Though all administrators agree that ISS is beneficial, some people wonder whether it deters future misbehavior. What do you guys think? Check out our Twitter poll and follow us at HHS In Depth. For HHS In Depth, I'm Casey Stanley.
Seniors, there are many scholarships available on the SAC Scholarship website. Winter break is a great time to look at this listing and complete some applications. Keep in mind the Lilly Community Scholarship is on the listing page and application is due as soon as you get back from winter break.
If you order transcripts electronically through Parchment.com after Friday, please note that these orders will not be processed while the school is closed during winter break. The last day to order transcripts electronically will be tomorrow before 1 p.m. Any transcript requests submitted after that time will not be processed until the office reopens on Monday, January 4th.
And now here's Tech Talk guy Chris DeRoshi to tell you about a way to get your slow laptop fixed over winter break.
Hello Homestead, my name is Chris DeRoshi, and on this edition of the Tech Talk, I'm going to be just giving you a quick announcement. The CMT has found a way to fix some of your computers. I know some of them have been running quite slow, and you've had some issues with some of the programs. So they have asked if you do have these issues, they would like you to leave your computer. When you take your last final, just leave it with that teacher, and then they'll actually reset your computer over winter break. But save all of your files in any place you can, because you will lose everything on the computer, but it should run clean and fast. Alright, well that's it for this Tech Talk. Thank you.
Juniors and seniors, a representative from IU's Balfour Scholars Program will be at Homestead on Friday, January 8th, to meet with interested students. If you would like to attend this meeting, please sign up in Student Services no later than January 7th.
Get your friends together and get ready to pass, dribble, and shoot in this year's intramural basketball season. Team packets are available in the discipline office across from the IMC. Completed packets are due to Mrs. Mathias in the discipline office by tomorrow.
And now here's Austin Render with another edition of the Sports Corner.
Hello Homestead, I'm Austin Render back with another edition of the Sports Corner. This week we are going to focus on a basketball-themed Sports Corner as both the boys and girls basketball seasons are well underway. We'll start with the #1 ranked girls basketball team in the state, our Homestead Lady Spartans. I got a chance to catch up with the team at a practice earlier this week to see how much pressure is on them for being the #1 ranked team in the state. The girls basketball team is off to a great start, sitting at 7-0 on the year and ranked #1 in the state and number 17 nationally. And the team hasn't shied away from the high expectations and pressure placed on them this season.
We talk about it, it's good recognition, it's fun, it's exciting. It doesn't really mean much at this point other than just a little bit of pat on the back for the hard work these girls have put in for the past several years and in the off season. So it's good to have that recognition, but again, that means when we go into games, we're going to get everybody's best shot.
Coach Parker tells us we can't be complacent. We have to keep working and the target's on our back and which we love, and so we have to play hard every single night because we're going to get everyone's best shot, and so we have to come prepared and just play how we know we can.
Obviously we've talked about getting those recognitions and how it's neat to have put in the work to get those recognitions, but at the end of the day you just got to play your game, and it puts a target on our back and we accept that and we know that we're going to get people's best shot.
One player who is playing some exceptional basketball is junior guard Carissa McLaughlin, who over the summer made her commitment to Florida and has continued into the season with excellent play, averaging 27 points per game.
She's just a great overall player. She passes well, she rebounds well, she obviously shoots well, she can get to the basket, and I just like being there for her and being able to get those assists. She gives me a lot of assists, so that's good. So we all are just really proud of her, and she's having a great year this year, and we hope that she can continue.
Well, she's a great competitor, #1. Chris loves to play the game, she loves to compete, she loves to win. Offensively, she's just such a talented player, very unique, her ability to score in so many different ways, and she brings a lot of attention from opposing defenses, which she handles very well, but then it also opens up our offense for some other players.
And the girls all have their eyes on the same prize, another run to the state championship, but this time to bring home the big trophy.
Obviously our ultimate goal is state and get back to Bankers Life this year, but also we want to win as many games as possible.
Well, hopefully we get to go back to state this year, and hopefully instead of getting that red ring, we get that blue one. So we just have to prove ourselves this year once again, and we're ready to get back to the state final game.
The Lady Spartans will be host to Bishop Luers tomorrow evening here at Homestead. The game tips off at 6 o'clock, so make sure you get out and support the Lady Spartans. Speaking of the girls basketball team, on Saturday, January 2nd, the #1 ranked Lady Spartans will play host to former #1 Lawrence North Lady Wildcats out of Indianapolis. In an effort to pack the gym, a special ticket price of $1 is being offered to everyone, and the first 400 students who come to the game will get a free gold t-shirt. That's Saturday, January 2nd at 2 o'clock p.m. Last Saturday night, the boys basketball team played in their first home game of the season and the first home game since they won the state championship last year. Prior to the game, senior Taj Curry, who played a vital role in helping the team win last year, revealed the state championship sign that will always hang in the Homestead Main Gymnasium. Both the boys and girls teams are in action tomorrow night at home as they take on Bishop Luers in an SAC matchup. With the details regarding the theme for the student section, here are the student section leaders.
Jingle bells, there's a game on Friday. Girls at 6, guys at 7:30. Students must come early. Hey!
That was pretty good. Do you guys have any other songs?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, we do. I'd love to hear them.
The theme is Christmas, so wear a sweater or a Santa hat. Doesn't really matter. Just get loud and positive.
That was pretty awesome. I think I'm going to be there tomorrow night.
All right, just remember the girls start at 6, so be there on time. Guys at 7:30, wear your Christmas spirit.
¿Y tienes unas canciones en español o no?
Oh, sí.
¿Qué canciones?
Feliz Navidad. Swim meet tonight, 5:30, wear blue.
That's going to wrap up this edition of the Sports Corner. A reminder, tomorrow night's girls and boys doubleheader starts at 6 o'clock, and students be sure to deck out in your finest holiday attire. Have a great rest of your Thursday and enjoy your winter break. Signing off from the Sports Corner, I'm Austin Render.
Well, that wraps up this edition of HHS In Depth. I'm Joey Quell.
And I'm Sarah Moshref. Thank you for watching today.
And now here are this week's Pictures of the Week. Congratulations to this week's winner, sophomore Keenan Fitzharris and junior Peter Couch. To submit your photo for the Picture of the Week, just email a high-resolution photo with your name and grade level to hhsindepth@gmail.com.
Today we leave you with the song exclusive to Homestead's radio station, The Point 91 FM.
Good luck on your finals next period and tomorrow, and have a great winter break.